Hey everybody, welcome back to Penny for a Tale. Tonight, FableforgeRPG Odyssey of the Dragonlords. Oh, sorry for the delay, a little bit of technical issues, but we are here now. Real quick, because we were running late, I didn't ask anybody. I know we only have 2 streamers here, but if anybody has any announcements, anything you'd like to put out, go ahead and drop that now. This is your time before we jump in. Nothing.
Not yet. I'm not gonna have anything until like May, so.
Okay. I'm probably gonna go live after this because I've got a new game I want to play.
What game?
Sort of like a Dark Souls game.
Oh, you gotta build up hype. That's the point.
He's been all shy about it.
I know, right?
Because
My name is Josh. I'm new here. I'm a chronic tab opener. I like to have 20 tabs open in my browser at a time. I know this is a problem, and I accept that. Thank you.
Wrong class. Wrong class.
Look, well, thank you for sharing, Josh. Now, class, if we could also work on accepting this deficiency over time, that would be wonderful too. You know, despite the technical difficulties, thank you for joining us, Josh. Shaybs, once again, good to have you with us, our new permanent member. Hopefully, eventually, maybe Ina will be back, but Ina's still with the crew, but Ina's player will be back at some point, at least here and there. All right, so I have no announcements. I don't think I do. Actually, Hearts of Shadow, the first Penny for a Tale episode, Hearts of Shadow, is on Penny for a Tale's YouTube. You can find that now. Odyssey of the Dragonlords will be following it. We're spooling that stuff up, so if you missed last week's Hearts of Shadow, it's on YouTube, and all the rest will be after this. For now, the backlog is still on FableforgeRPG's YouTube channel, so there you go.
You should go watch it.
You should go watch it. You should go watch it. Very much so.
Go root for Brian.
Yeah, so... What?
Rude?
What about Brian?
I'm
First
just saying.
Bulbasaur, now Brian?
Oh, jeez.
Whoa, all right. We ain't gonna rehash how terrible Bulbasaur is. I win. All
Can
right,
we?
so
Yeah,
anyway.
can we? Well, let's not get into the 10-minute Pokemon conversation because we have an island of Amazons.
Amazonians, I believe they
We
like to be
do.
referred.
I mean, you can ask them. See how well that goes.
Yeah, I will definitely ask them that.
All
Are
right.
you the Amazons or Amazonians?
Let us play some D&D. So, here we go. My friends. Last session, you were en route from Fire Island to the island of Themis. Moxina has some business there, the Lady of Coins. Euron got a tip in her individual search for her family that her brother was kept here. And, you know, there's just a whole bunch of cool stuff going on. It seemed like a lot of stuff was pushing you here, so you headed to the island of Themis. En route, a meteor splashed into the water. There was this massive shark that Lycus, the killer whale, was dwarfed by, but ignored anyway, because he had a perception problem. You found an orb of star metal, and the rest of your journey was largely uneventful, for lack of a better term. Renatus and Lycus did some bonding with the dragon eggs there within, and you arrived at the island of Themis, sweeping around the northern coast, coming into a deep protected bay on the western side. This large, extremely large island in the Cerulean Gulf, especially compared to the other islands. You pulled up in the bay and you looked out over the plains in front of you, and stretching out rows upon rows upon rows of petrified stone men statues. You also saw some peculiar wildlife, which we, as human beings in the real world, would recognize as giraffes, but literally have never seen anything like that anywhere else in Thylea. So you're all on the deck, the anchor has been dropped, there's a small rowing vessel to bring you to shore. The scene is yours. Give me 1 second while y'all talk amongst yourselves.
What the hell is that?
Land ho!
What the hell are those? What the hell island did you bring me to?
Are you referring to the sea of statues of men, or are you referring to whatever the fuck that is?
How about this? What the fuck is all of this?
I kind of
Where
agree
is-
with
where is-
Lycus. I think it's a little hard to focus on just one thing right here. I think it's the whole big picture we need to be questioning.
That's a better way to put it. Absolutely.
I'm going to go get the Lady of Coins. I'll be back.
She's already gone.
Oh my god, what have I done? Bulba, keep the sails half trimmed. Oh my god, if we need to get out of here, I need to get out of here fast. Hey, do you happen to have any potions that will not let me get petrified again?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
No, sorry, I don't have any of those types of potions. I do actually. I have one, and I'm working on another, and I'm keeping that close for someone of the party.
Oh god.
So don't worry.
I'm gonna get turned into a statue again. I know I'm gonna get turned into a statue again.
I'll put my hand.
You will be okay.
I'll
I
put
can
my hand
save
on
you.
Lycus. At least you're going to be one of the most handsome statues out there, friend.
Well, of course I'm gonna be one
can
of the most
save
handsome
you.
statues out here. I know that. I'm just not again.
I'm just trying to look at the bright side here.
Just
God.
keep stroking that ego. He needs it. He's in a rough place right now.
I don't know about stroking anything. I'm just saying, just trying to lighten the spirits up in here because it's got a little serious real quick.
But he's low on spirits. He needs a refill. Get him a refill, please.
I will.
I'll have a double shot of that as well.
Oh, I pulled a horn about me out straight. Oh God.
All right, roll a D100.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll it. Like fuck.
Oh, I will run downstairs and knock on the Lady of Coins' cabin door.
Okay, you knock on the door to the captain's berth. You hear nothing for a few seconds, but then you hear Kira say, "Come in."
I will open the door.
You open the door and you see Kira sitting there on the bed, just kind of looking out towards the porthole on the far side of the wall.
Is she wearing the same clothes that the Lady of Coins was wearing earlier?
No, she's wearing the same clothes she always wears.
Okay. Hi, Kira. Is Moxina here? Anywhere?
No, I haven't seen her. Have you seen her?
No, and I was hoping to ask her several questions about Themis. More specifically, was the Queen of the Amazons a Medusa before? Or was this a new development?
I don't know. I haven't seen her.
Then, for your interest, milady, there's a very cool looking animal out there. It is very big, it has a very long neck, and it has spots, and it looks like it should have a horse's face, but it has horns. I think you'll want to see it.
Okay, I'll be up momentarily.
Okay. I will do a brief, I'll kind of leave the door half open and then do a brief lap of the ship to look for Moxina.
Okay, so you close the door and you go back towards the open area there in the mid-deck and the rowing, and you walk past where Alorius is tending to the dragon eggs, and then you realize Kira's sitting on her bunk.
Oh, that bitch! Right back around.
Okay, go back there, then what?
Just knock on the door and go, can you teach me how to do that?
Perhaps with time. Are we ready to go? A door
Yes.
opens and you see Kira with the Lady of Coins' voice.
We are, although, again, important question. Was Thessaly a Medusa before when you left?
I hardly see how that is relevant.
Actually, I guess the more important question, was it usual practice before you left to turn every man to stone who came here?
Only when they ceased to be useful.
Okay, so that's usual decor. All right, then we're here. Also, what is that creature that is out there? The big long neck one?
A giraffe?
Those do not exist anywhere else. Fascinating.
Let us go. And she kind of walks past you.
Follow her up.
Okay. So, Lycus, the rest of the party, you see Euron walking up from below decks with Kira.
Hey, beautiful. You coming with us?
Don't call me beautiful. Not today.
It's Moxina.
Oh, I know. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Also, the big thing is called a giraffe.
I don't give a shit about that. Hey, can you do her voice too?
Her voice, like this. Is this what you want, Lycus?
Are you gonna be coming back to the ship later tonight?
Or do you want more? And she walks up closely and runs her finger down your chest.
Well, look at that giraffe right there. That's a very interesting sure.
Hold that thought and don't lose that costume.
We have
Oh,
much to attend to. We should be going.
We do, but one quick question: how do we not end up like that? Excuse me, them. Before we just get them.
Well, I suppose it would behoove you to not get caught.
None of us, or just the guys?
Well, they won't instantly kill you, unless of course you pose a mortal threat. You would be captured and taken for questioning, and if you are deemed to be useful and unthreatening, then that they would keep you until they are done with you, and then you would be killed. So you'd make it a while, I think.
I have so many more questions, but okay. Drop the boat. Let's go.
Heavy ropes start streaming over the side, and after a moment, soft splash, boat hits. A couple of oarsmen climb down the ropes down, and one of those cargo nets is rolled over. And you climb down.
Y'all give me 5 minutes, and just wait for me. And I run back into my room. 5 minutes go by. I come out. I got a beautiful blonde hair. Nice dress on. I'm wearing her clothes, but I also have I'm wearing a disguise kit. I'm now a woman.
Okay.
A attempt, because if we get caught, I want them to go after Syaanis or Rem first before they come after me.
Or Pholon.
Or Pholon.
I am literally.
I figured they're just gonna be like, "What the fuck is there a talking, walking horse?" You know. So I'm not really that worried about Pholon as much as it's like. But yeah, I disguise kit in the chance of surviving, and I try to come across as a beautiful lady. I got some flowers in my hair.
Why is part of this reminding me of your Halloween costume, Josh?
I can go put that on if we need me to. I will totally wear the shit out of that.
Well, go on. Get underneath the dress.
Yeah.
No, not you.
Hey, y'all.
Syaanis.
That's your mommy. Excuse me, coming on down.
We already did the two kids in a trench coat bit last time. We don't need to do that again.
Don't you talk to me like that.
I think that's pretty darn good.
Randy, you be a dear, honey. You just get that oar right there. We're gonna get this, okay? Y'all, thank you very much. Let's go.
May I just for fun roll a wisdom save to see if Euron manages to get her composure or if she goes into hysterics?
I mean, that's something, I think that's a player decision. That's the whole point of role playing.
Okay. Wisdom save. She made 16.
How are you even rolling it? Just you bust out laughing.
I laugh and then I manage to get a hold of myself. If I failed, she would not be able to get on the fucking boat for dying.
Okay.
Well, Rennie doesn't have to roll to lose cool points for Lycus. They went down a couple.
All right. So anything else before you disembark?
No, I think that's
I
it.
will maybe just briefly pat Pholon before we get off the boat, and I'll just go. Even if we part, just please don't get turned to stone. Please.
Yeah, no, for real. Does anybody have any way to fix that?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I will do my very best not to get turned to stone. I make no promises. I don't know how useful I can be to whoever's in that building.
You have big, helpful, muscular arms. Use those, but try not to seem threatening. That's about the best I could not suggest.
I'll kind of like look around. Do I seem threatening to people?
I don't know. I think it depends on your mood. Most of the time you're in. I think it's at first, maybe in like the first 5 minutes. And then you're fine.
Well, I don't mean to seem intimidating.
Then we'll be fine. Just be careful.
I will do my very best.
All right. So, clambering down onto the boat, you begin rowing it ashore, and during the period, it's 5-10 minutes, because the Ultros is pretty close to shore. The deep bay allowed you to get within pretty good proximity, and it's kind of protected. Ultros is kind of out of sight, being as relatively low to the water as it is. Moxina in Kira form, for lack of a better term, as you hear the oars splash in the water rhythmically and slowly getting closer up to the shore. Addresses each of you. Well, I do not know where any of my sisters are. They travel around the island, so they could be anywhere. Keep your eyes peeled, and hopefully we will see them before they see us. The deeper we go, the more likely we are to be seen. I can give you no advice except don't be seen or kill the ones who see us. We do need to find where the queen is, though. I'm not sure where she is staying since I have left. And here, with no immediate danger around, if you have any questions as we begin journeying, trying to find information, now would be the good time to ask any questions you have, for this is the only time from here on out that I will be as honest as I can be.
If we get captured, what's the best way to possibly survive? Seriously. What do you recommend in the event one of us gets captured? What do we do? What do we say? Who do we mention?
You can mention no one. If you are trying to deceive them, you could say whatever you like. Pretend that you are here on an official mission to see the queen or something of that, but I don't think anybody would believe it. You know, your only choices would really be escape or accept your servitude. And that servitude will only come, as I said, if you are found useful, if you are found to be a good specimen for procreation.
Procreate what now?
To birth children.
Are they interested in half-horse people?
The only qualification to be an Amazon is to be brave and loyal and true and be a woman. There are gnomes and elves and centaur and every other race of Thylia here.
Oh.
Well, not every.
I mark off almost all of those except for that last one.
If things were as they were when you left, where would the Queen have lived, stayed? Is there a palace?
Towards the center of the island there was a common meeting place, and the Queen and her sisters would stay there with their most faithful and bravest, strongest warriors. But that was a holdover from older times. When Queen Thessaly VI, the current ruler, took power, she changed many things. She changed many customs, not least of which was that she ran a campaign of terror and fear and execution, forcing the Amazons to convert to worshipping Lutheria. Since that time, there's no telling what else has changed. Because I left when things started getting bad. Not voluntarily, but it was for the best.
And to confirm my memory, there is, well, it was a additional central building where captives were kept, correct? Well,
there used to be a temple on a small island on the off the eastern shore, and within there was holding cells. They were often empty. Prisoners don't last long. Either they're useful or they're not. That's the way of it. But that's the closest thing to any kind of a prison that I recall.
Okay, then I just kind of close my eyes and just go, like, please be okay. Please be okay. And I guess the crewmate was asking, crafts, is there a spot where craftsmen were? Like, I used to work on the Stimphalian. The Stimfay.
No, each of the scattered tribes would maintain their own equipment, create their own. So what you spoke of before, as I said, I have no knowledge of this.
Okay. Anyone else have any questions?
Oh, try not to die.
If you happen to come across a human man named Fenris, please try to make sure he doesn't die until I find him.
Don't die, keep brother alive. Got it.
Much obliged.
Amen.
Alright, so, Syaanis, day tracker.
Yep.
What day is it?
Last count, we are on day 11.
Day 11. Okay. And I remember y'all were coming here, it was around noon, because that's about the time that you left from Fire Island. So, saying that you arrived here to the island around noon, it's taken an hour or two, it's like early afternoon, as you're making your way away from the coast, from that large assembly of hundreds of stone men on the side near the coast. And Moxina is just kind of walking towards the interior of the island. Best you can figure, this will take you... The island will take you at least half a day or so to get across width-wise, east to west. and then maybe a day to 2 going north to south depending on the terrain if you were to go from the northern tip to the southern tip. Arming you with this information just because to give you a sense of scale and time here. And Maxine is angling towards the interior. Absent any other decisions from you, she seems to be walking kind of towards the center where she thought Thessaly might be or used to be located the majority of the time. But obviously don't know for sure where she is right now, at least not until you get there and find out, or anything else. So, all that being said,
Missed out on a question.
what is everybody... Oh, no, go ahead. I wasn't going to move forward.
No, she was walking away though. Ask
Y'all
her
are
a
all
question.
walking. Y'all are all walking together, unless y'all are staying on the shore.
No.
Her only stipulation was that the boat, she would be more honest. That was the only thing I think she said.
Well, my question is, does she have like supporters still on the island?
No.
So you're going you against the island, or us against the island? Will there be any supporters if we're seen winning?
The purpose of me attempting to raise an army to assault Themis was primarily as a distraction, something to give the thousands of Amazons on the island something to preoccupy themselves with so that I could find Queen Thessaly and take care of the situation. Once I have found her, I will do what must be done, and all will be settled. This much I assure you. And if you are faithful to your word, and if you get me there, then you do not stand in my way once I am there, then you will be rewarded, and all will be peaceful, and you will have a favor of the Amazons of Themis.
All right, that was my only question. Okay. So, I guess the only other plan would be to go with you, or would it be better to us, as you say, cause a ruckus to let you go in by yourself?
This is my home, and I have been through many trials and tribulations here, and I know the city of Mitros. That all being said, you have more wide breadth of experience in your journeys than I do. This is why you make such a good partnership for this endeavor. If you believe splitting up so that you can be a diversion so I can get information, or if you believe staying together so we can find it together and be stronger, I have no real preference. I will trust you in the matter because I can take care of myself.
Okay.
But no, do not expect any allies of mine. They are all long dead.
Alright.
All right, just trudge. That's what we're gonna do.
She turns and continues trudging.
When in doubt, fireball, good sir. Try not to let them see you fireball, but fireball.
Alright, so you have good sight lines over the majority of the land around you. In daylight, at least, unless really bad luck or you're really distracted by something, you should see things a pretty good distance off. Notably, in the distance, you see even more strange animals. These small, deer-like, short-haired creatures that leap often more than run and have these two long, spined horns. There's just herds of them all over the place. These strange horses that have these white and black stripes and jagged patterns along their bodies. Herds of them running away from these strange cat-like predators. It's just, it's absolutely ridiculous. Not quite.
Well, I meant it's like the Sahara. Or not Sahara, the Savannah.
There are some animals like that, yes, 100%.
I'm sorry, I like this habitat.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like,
Well, I didn't know if you were
she's
trying to say
really
something.
excited about
I'm glad you're excited. I just
Africa, shut up!
I didn't know if you were like holding in something you wanted to
I
say.
know. I was like, she is really excited about this.
All right, so that's
Can I
how
go
she's
examine one of
angling.
those giraffes? Just like not like, oh look, it's a giraffe. I want to go hug you. Like, what the hell is this? Because to me, this thing looks like a dinosaur. You know, like this thing is, and I don't even know what a dinosaur looks like. Like this is bigger than it should be compared to any other animal I would imagine I've seen. You know, it's just like, what the hell?
Yes, it
I
is
mean,
taller.
I've seen Geigens and stuff. I understand that, but it's like this is a natural creature.
Sure.
That's all. I just want to go like observe one. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, you can spend some time doing that.
Yeah, I'll look at it.
Are you going to keep like a good distance, or are you going to try and get up close? I'm just
No.
curious.
I'm gonna keep a good distance. It's like when Jurassic Park. They're like da 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 da.
You observe them walking around from small copse of tree to copse of tree, and these long, like 2 foot long black tongues whip and curl around branches and strip leaves off. And you see two of them coming side by side with a calf, and they kind of rub their necks against each other and lean down and drop branches down to the calf. The calf being twice your size.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all. That's sweet.
So, how would you all like to proceed? The ball's kind of in your court. Moxine is just kind of defaulting towards heading away from the coast, towards the interior, kind of towards the center of the island. But what is y'all's overall plan? And what are you doing as individuals during this travel time? If someone's keeping watch, if someone's noting things, if someone's whatever. Y'all just figure out your plan, let me know what that is, and then tell me what you're doing as individuals.
I've just got my head on a swivel.
Okay.
I am definitely keeping track of all the new things on this island. All these new animals. Taking notes and little things like that. Also, flowers, or plants or anything like that that look exotic. I mean, to me, at least, they don't look common. I'm definitely going to take note and maybe, like, get a few, just one or two. Ask Moxina, passing by, like, is that on? I haven't seen that before. If it's, like, that exotic, I'll be like, oh, is this poisonous? Real quick before I grab it.
Just like
Fucking Jumanji up in here.
Yeah. They'd be like, oh, this is the poison spitting flower. Once you pick it, you die. Oh, all right, thanks.
Okay.
I would probably ask quickly, like, just kind of pat the saddle on Pholon's back and go, may I?
Oh, please, if you're not ready to, if you want to take a rest and hitch a ride, that's completely fine with me. That's all good.
And then I will mount up and kind of make sure he keeps sort of close to Moxie.
Oh, thank you. I was wondering that too. Yeah, watch out, move over.
I'm just gonna like shake my butt a little bit and like half knock Lycus off.
Well,
This caboose only has room for one, sir. I don't know who you think I am.
and then fix my wig. Be like, well, I swear, you almost ruined my trail.
Ina's back on the boat, Lycus. You wanted to ride someone, that's her. Unless you already used your one.
No appreciation for a lady.
Remember, this is apparently the criteria is to be brave and such. You need to make sure you're a boss bitch like us.
Oof.
Boss bitches don't need rides on mounts.
Girl boss energy.
Right about this time, you'll see like an apple fall out of my chest. So I look like fucking blinking, My fucking boobs are up here. Like,
Do you want assistance?
no, I'm trying not to be turned to stone. I'm good. Thank you. Enjoy your ride. I will walk.
I just meant with the breast band.
So
Not interested.
Sorry to interrupt. Are we causing a distraction, or are we all going together?
Figure
Are
we're
we
gonna like scout, and then when we see what we find and see what she wants to do, because if we find a scouting party, we might be able to take them captive and find the answers we want. Let's find out what kind of distraction we can make, because if we just go somewhere, we might run into hell. You know, so I would say let's see what she says, even though I hate this idea entirely, and I don't know why I'm here wearing this dress and it's hot and sweaty, but this is where we are, this is what we're doing. Let's just try to see what we can do, and when we have a plan available, we take it.
Fair enough.
I will probably be hoping that we run into a patrol a little bit, just because depending on the sneaking, it might look better if I'm wearing, Amazon armor.
Sure. Okay. Fair enough. All right. So, Renatus, give me a survival check. No, sorry, no, a nature check. See if you notice anything. And Syaanis, give me a perception check.
Nature.
Syaanis said 12, but he's muted.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. Thank you.
It's 12.
Okay. So, both y'all 12s. Cool. The majority of the area you've been walking through so far, the last hour or so, Renatus, it seems to just be predominantly grassland with some shrub, no real flowering plants except for the odd weed here and there. Nothing really remarkable jumps out at you. Syaanis, been hour, creeping up on an hour and a half, and you're getting kind of tired of constantly looking around. But just when you start to consider handing off the lookout role to somebody else, over the horizon to the east, you see a small brownish cloud coming up behind some hills. And then as it swirls and moves rapidly from north to south, you get the sense that it's probably dust being kicked up. And so you climb up the hill a little more and look further out, and coming from behind that hill, and this is a good 5-6 miles away, you see small human figures on these large, peculiar beasts. It's really hard to make out what they are. They're definitely not horses. That much you know. But you see them charging southward. And then on the flip side, coming up from the south, you see another dust cloud. And then coming around that bend, you see more humanoid figures charging at the other ones on these strange beasts. And hovering overhead of each of them and swooping in amongst them, you see these little glints of gold reflecting sunlight here and there.
So I don't know if you guys want to head over there, but it looks like some shit's going down out that way.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That looks like training.
Yeah, let's go get a better look. What the hell that is all about.
Not much closer, but yeah.
Okay. So you turn to the east and get up to where everybody has a good vantage point, and you slowly creep forward as you're watching it. Moxie comes up beside you and she's walking with you. Oh, that is the great game. I see that over there. That is the more powerful tribe. You see how they're moving around to catch them from the side. There's probably 200 or 300 Amazons fighting each other.
To the death?
No, just to submission.
Oh.
It's for honor. It's for to sharpen our swords, so to speak.
Oh, okay.
A constant game. Which is part of why, as I said, the tribes are never in the same place. They move from battle to battle.
Kind of reminds me of home a little bit.
Me
Sorry.
too. Me too. I don't know if you would all like to engage with several hundred of my sisters or not.
Nope, that doesn't sound like an idea that I would like to follow through with. No, thank you.
How long does the game last? My ears.
It never ends.
Like, not even until dawn.
Oh, you mean this one particular battle?
This one particular instance, yes.
It depends on how good the winning tribe is.
Oh, okay.
They will fight until they can fight no more. Until they are surrounded and are forced to submit. And then there will be a feast in honor of the dominant tribe. Supplied by the losing tribe, of course. And then they will part and fight another battle within the next few days. Such is the way of life. You see she starts looking around left to right.
Yeah, no. Back. Good.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Good, they're all occupied. Let's go see where the non-competing Amazonians are not.
Well, we can keep on heading to the center of the island, or we can stay along the perimeter of this. There's always scouting parties watching for maneuvers that are unexpected from the other tribe, although they would be on guard. Or we can attempt to find a tribe that is currently traveling or resting or preparing for their next battle and try to get information from them. Some stragglers, getting water, what have you.
A vote to
Yeah.
scouting party.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, perimeter then.
Okay, so y'all are gonna kind of hover within a few miles of this battle area to try and find one of the scouting parties?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. That way we can get some answers.
Okay, cool. Somebody roll me a d20.
That's a 9.
Yep. Pholon beat you to it, Euron.
Ha 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 ha. Brother
Right.
wins.
Next time.
Game on.
So, we're gonna redo your perception roll, Syaanis, if you're still keeping watch, or for whoever else, because the situation has changed. You're now kind of trying to keep a good distance, but still keep an eye on this battle as you're kind of circumnavigating. And I also need a stealth check from everybody.
Right, so 16 on that perception roll.
Okay.
That was a natural 20 for me, so that's a 22 for Pholon.
Okay.
And 21 for me.
23 for me.
Okay.
6.
Okay.
Nice, nice.
19 for me.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. All right. Now let me roll some dice here.
I got a shiny I got a shiny head, man. All right, it's sunny. It's gleaming. It's like a beacon.
All right. So another half hour or so, and you see in the distance a group of a handful of humanoid figures, obviously Amazons, on these strange beasts. Because it's rolling hills, relatively flat though, you see them at a distance, so you can't tell, again, what these strange beasts are, but you can tell that they're bulky, they're wider than a horse, although not significantly taller. So you could either divert off to the side, because they seem to be headed in your general direction. You could divert off to the side. You could try to hide out here amongst the hills and form an ambush, or you could let them pass and follow them, or whatever else you guys come up with. I'm just giving you ideas because you told me you wanted to engage with one of these scouting parties.
I vote ambush.
Yeah. I mean, does Maxina have an issue with that? Like, we ambush these?
No, just I hope it's a good one because they are on guard, as I said.
Would you recommend continue moving and maybe there's something not on guard? Or
My biggest concern with this plan would be one of them escaping and beating us to reinforcements at the battle and things going very poorly from there. But if you all feel confident that we can take out a handful of Amazons, then I'm fine with it.
What are they riding?
Rhinoceros.
What are those?
They are large cow-like beasts, except they are much stronger, faster, and they have massive curled horns on their face that they use to impale their enemies.
I vote not attacking these ones right now.
yeah, I think I'm agreeing with that. The closer they're getting here, I left my rhino at home, and it's my rhino's on the boat. Her name is Ina, and yeah, I'm not going into war against that without her.
I would prefer very much not to be impaled.
I would prefer that too.
Well, then perhaps it is best that we leave this area, because any scouting parties, any Amazons on war footing will not be far from their mounts.
Yeah, no, not doing it here like this. Not at all. Well, then let's leave this area, because fuck that. I ain't getting impaled.
Are there any creatures here that are bigger than that? Or that they're sort of war beasts, for lack of a better term?
No. Just as dangerous, there are lions. Hyenas in a pack can be dangerous. But when I left, no. These were the natural denizens, the most dangerous ones, which is why they were of value to us. That being said, when things started changing, Queen Thessaly, in her wisdom, invited some of Lutheria's more fervent followers to the island. So you may find male cultists and maenads and goatlings, and since that time, which was more than 10 years ago now, I have no idea what else they may have brought.
Lycus, you up for killing goatlings?
Yeah, you are speaking my language right there. That's my love language, actually. So, yeah, let's do this. Like, I tie my blonde wig into a ponytail, but like, we are going to do this. I tighten the sash, it's almost on my dress. Hell, yes, I'm going to fuck up some goatlings and maenads and all them bitches.
Well, if you would like to find them, I believe the best approach would be to wait for nightfall, because they are often sleeping off the night before their festivities, their bacchanals, in the heat of the day, under shade trees or in caves. But at night, their fires are much bigger than our fires, and they're easy to spot from a distance. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you'd be wandering all over the island hoping to stumble across them.
Sounds like a plan right there.
Then let's find a safe spot to wait until nightfall.
Oh, we should make our way north then. There's a mountainous area they prefer because of the rivers. It's easier to grow their grapes there for their wines and things. And then when we get some elevation, night falls, we should be able to find them.
Lead on, my lady.
Let's do this.
Alright. With that, she turns northward, and after an hour or so, you see the mountains rising up in the distance. It's kind of that middle of the day haze with the heat coming off the ground was kind of obscuring them. Otherwise, on a clear day, you'd be able to see them clear across the island. So I'm going to need a d20 for the second half of the day to see what, if anything, you all come across. And let me know if you guys are doing anything while you're traveling as well.
6.
Okay.
I'm taking in I'm kind of like oh my god, I'm trying to think of your name, Renatus. I'm doing what he's doing, taking in the local flora, fauna, anything, because obviously this is a very foreign landscape to us all. But not really doing anything else other than just kind of, wow, look at that. Wow, look at that. All right, make sure I scan.
Okay.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
While we're walking, I would like also to ask Moxina if back then were there any like say rhino's horns, for example, were those like
I'm sorry,
like
I had
used
to
for anything?
raise my voice. Rhino horns, what? I'm sorry.
Like were they used? Like are there any crafting materials like that were made out of that were precious per se? I don't want to like poaching or anything, but just
nothing of any
Stone
type of
components?
nothing of any kind of functional value. Sometimes things like that, animal bones and things, ivory, they're kept and crafted for cosmetic value. Gems have always been highly prized. That's where most of the familial wealth within the Amazons is maintained. Otherwise, nothing comes to mind.
okay.
Alright, so since Lycus is helping, roll me another nature check with advantage. See if y'all come across anything. Okay. There are some, as you get closer and closer to the north, there are some peculiar trees that start popping up solitary, unlike the 2 or 3 kind of curved arcing trees with the wide leaf spread. These are more vertical with these elephant ear-like leaves on them. And running down the center of them and going to each side, there are these thick yellow veins, and coming from the end of them, it's kind of like this sap-like substance coming out a pore in the ground that you can, a pore at the edge of the leaf that you can see dripping down on the ground. It's notable because you've never seen anything like it before.
Definitely. I'll see if Moxina knows what this is before I go touch it. Does she say anything before I collect the sap?
You ask her about it, you walk over there. I have never seen anything like this. This is not native to Themis.
Does it seem noxious in any way?
Appearance-wise, it's a thick yellowy liquid, not that dissimilar from sap. Kind of That's kind of more runny than regular tree sap. Otherwise, you can't
I
really
pick it
tell
up and
anything just
taste
by
it.
looking at it. You pick it up and taste it?
Yeah, I'll take an edge on the dagger.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
That's what you do with poisons. That's how you know. Here we go. It's the only way you're gonna know. Constitution. Where are? Oh, there they are now. No, I got this, y'all. 19. I'm the poison guy.
Okay. So put on your knife a little bit and bring your tongue, and it's really sweet, but then it's followed up by a habanero type spiciness, kind of burns your tongue, and then your tongue kind of goes numb a little bit, and you're looking at Renatus waiting for anything else, if anything, and nothing immediately happens. So you begin turning and walking away. That is interesting. But then your vision gets a little blurry, and you see Renatus trying to talk to you because he sees you acting funny, but you can't hear anything coming out of his mouth. And your hands are kind of numb.
Drugs.
It lasts for a minute or two, and then sensation and your senses begin to come back.
I would like to poke him in the face while he's still in this state.
He wouldn't feel it.
Yep, poke. I'll try like slap.
The T-Rex is the maddest animal. Holy shit! That's some good stuff. I collect as much of that as I milk that fucker right into vials. I just go crazy with it. I don't even know what it is. Holy shit, Renatus, don't eat this.
I'll hop off for that. I'll hop off Pholon, and I'll go here. You ride while you work.
I am working.
So you don't have to walk.
Okay, so these trees are relatively few and far between.
Yeah.
This one that you're at right now. Hold on, one second. The one that you're at right now, first of all, you'd have to make a roll with your poisoner's kit to figure out if you can safely extract this, because if you get too much on your hands or on your eyes or something while you're squeezing it, you could accidentally poison yourself.
Yeah, no worries. Let's do this.
You also need to have something to put it in, so I'm assuming you have something to put it in.
I am the poisoner guy. I have poisoner's kits, alchemy kits, I have vials.
Okay.
I've got everything, man. I got this shit.
Yeah, I'm just making sure that you actually got stuff on you, because I know a lot of stuff gets forgotten
I always
sometimes.
have stuff on. Yeah, well, this is not the first time we've had to collect poison, my guy.
It's very true, 100%.
I have 5 glass bottles, sir. If you need me to have specifics.
That is good. That is good to know. That means you can have up to 5 doses. So,
Ready, open your mouth.
poisoner's kit roll to see if you can figure out how to safely extract it, and or how much you might need to have an effect.
That's not a kit I can roll.
So basically, if you're proficient with the poisoner's kit and you have the poisoner's kit on you, it's an intelligence check, and you can add your proficiency modifier.
I'm just gonna roll nature because it's the same thing.
Okay. That's fine.
Is that okay?
Yeah, nature's fine. What'd you roll?
I feel lucky.
Oh.
No, I don't. No.
What'd you roll?
An 8.
An 8?
An 8.
Well, you know that if all else fails, even though you aren't exactly sure how to distill it properly and all that good stuff, you have 5 glass vials, and it isn't going to hurt to fill up all 5 glass vials so you at least have something to experiment with.
Yeah, no, I plan on filling. I'll fill all of them up if I have to. That's fine.
Okay. So as of right now,
I feel like I just gotta cut this thing and then sap it. You know?
so yeah, you can squeeze a good bit out of it. You do have to be careful. Doesn't require a dexterity check. You have to be careful because if you squeeze too much, it gets on your skin, gets in your eyes, etc. So there's going to be a skill roll involved here. And it'll be 1 skill roll per bottle. And we'll see how many you can come up with. How long would you like to spend doing this?
Enough to get back in running distance with them.
Okay, so take 3. These leaves are big, like elf ear size leaves. So take like 3 of these to fill up 1 bottle.
Oh god. Like 5 minutes. That's
okay.
Yeah. So probably like 1 or 2 vials, 3 vials max. If I get a lucky one.
Or you can ask them to wait on you.
I offered Pholon's back.
Oh yeah. Pholon, just hold on a second.
Okay. So give me.
I gave you 4 rolls.
Beautiful.
So I've got a 7, 12, 23, and 18.
Okay, 23 and 18. Obviously good. This is nature. Is that the same thing as your? Well, I get nature's fine. Yeah, nature's fine.
That's my intelligence with proficiency.
Yeah. All right. So you can get 3 before you start getting nervous about how far everybody else is getting ahead of you, since they didn't stop because they're apparently selfish jerks. So you can take that and run, or you can risk losing sight of them and try to get some more.
No, 3 vials will be fine. Then I'll hop on Pholon and we.
Okay, so we will we will say you have 3 vials of mysterious plant liquid, or however you want to call it, because
Drugs.
you don't know the actual effects of what would happen and so on until you experiment with it.
Yep.
You got it.
Golden touch. 3 vials of golden touch.
Ooh, I like.
Golden
I like
touch.
that a lot.
Very well. As you start riding ahead to catch up, you see the rest of your party has stopped there in the distance, and the rest of the party, the reason you have stopped, the mountains are getting kind of close now. It's getting late in the evening, but as the sun is getting low in the western sky and casting oranges and reds on landscape climbing up the mountains, there may be 150 feet away or so, you see 6 small golden mechanical birds hovering, swooping around, and then periodically darting down to the ground slightly behind a hill. You can't see what they're darting towards, but then when they come up, they have what appears to be chunks of flesh in their mouth.
What the fuck?
I guess that answers the question of whether Stimfey eat. Do they eat?
I don't think I taste very. That's the wrong accent. I don't think I taste very good.
They are not eating. They are torturing something.
I don't think I torture very good either.
Oh. What the hell are those?
Those are Stimfays. You do not normally see them alone. Which means...
Stimfey?
A Stimfay, yes. It's a clockwork, typically some type of bird.
It's
Mechanical in nature. They are companions to the Amazons.
Oh my jeez.
And that's why you normally do not see them by themselves. So either their companions are somewhere nearby and we are in a lot more trouble than I thought we were, or something happened to their companions and they have died, and so now they are wandering together as a pack.
I would like to go take a closer look, as sneaky as I can.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Oof.
She wasn't very snuck.
What'd you roll?
My glass is just bent at a really bad angle. Fuck. 4. I rolled a fucking 4.
Okay, so
Sneak.
you get a little bit closer. You're now about 80 or so feet away, and you clamber up on the hill, and then you slip, and your shield hits your shin guard and lets out a metallic cling that echoes around you, and you kind of wince a little bit, and apparently one or more of these Stimfei notice, and it turns towards you and streaks in your direction before pulling up about 20 feet away, and you see all these dozen or so of these tiny metallic needles fly in your direction and impale the ground in front of you before it sweeps up and goes back to whatever it's fucking with behind the hill.
The sound that I would make the sound that Euron makes at that moment, except I like your eardrums too much. It's just a muff. I'll just say a very kind of a squeak, a high-pitched squeak.
Okay.
And then I will kind of reach and pluck one of the needles out of the ground.
Okay, they're a good 4 inches long. They're hollow. The tip is pointed, and it almost looks as though when it flared its wings, it kind of shot out of its wings. And there's half dozen to a dozen of them that you can find. And they're basically large metal needles.
I'm sure we'll have heard her call for battle, as it were.
I was gonna say I'm running.
Yeah, we're in full motion.
Okay, y'all are running towards, and now these things obviously pay attention to you, but they aren't coming back at you. Not right now, anyway.
Yeah, I'm kneeling on the ground with my shield still kind of held up, protective motion. And holding
What the hell is that? What is that? What?
They shoot these out of their fucking wings.
Does it look like darts like I shoot out of my pipe?
Yay long, I reckon.
They're about 4 inches, and it's hollow. It's literally like a syringe needle. It's just bronze and thick, like the size of a straw.
Once I get up there, I'm gonna like just skirt right in front of everybody and just kind of stand there and just eye them. Just making sure if they come at us, they're coming after me first.
I'll collect.
That'll be my stance.
All right, you got it, Pholon. What's that, Lycus?
I'll say I'll collect the needles. And they'll be like, all right, let's get the hell out of here. Because clearly they all see us now.
And I interpret that as fuck off.
Yes, Maxina, it confirms that means fuck off. They obviously don't want you getting any closer. They're obviously enjoying whatever they're doing. Without the guidance of an Amazon, sometimes they default to a more bestial mode of operation, for lack of a better term. And so, yeah, if you keep your distance away from them, don't get any closer, you should be okay. Unless you want to engage with them.
Hell no.
Can I essentially just like, as soon as Lycus is like, all right, let's get the F out of here, can I just attempt to like pick up Euron and try to put her on my saddleback, or at least mostly on it?
I will begrudgingly allow it.
And then just start kind of like fast treading, but still eyeing them to make sure that they're not gonna fuck with us when we turn around, and just start walking back towards the group.
As we go around, do we see what it's fucking with?
Imagining it in my mind. Yeah, you get a certain distance away, probably a good 150, 250 feet before the hills kind of line up. But at first, from this angle, it looks like they're tearing apart a horse. But as you continue walking around, you see the upper body of a human woman attached to said horse. Female centaur.
Gotcha.
Is there any sign? So, I mean, it's probably hard to tell from here, but is there any sign of movement?
It would be hard to tell from
there's
there.
Plenty of movement. Yeah.
I mean,
twitching.
Like, I guess more specifically, is the centaur alive and screaming in pain?
Okay, so there is no noise. There is no noise. If you want to see if there's any minute twitching or breathing, it'd be a difficult perception check. You could do it from this range. It would just be really difficult.
I'll try.
Okay, give me a perception check with disadvantage.
How? 21!
That was 2 18s.
So when these Stimfey take turns coming down and gouging out a hunk of flesh and then kind of ripping it free and flying back up, they fly up and they just kind of drop it and go spinning through the air and landing somewhere. When they impact, there's a definite movement, like a jerking motion. But without closer inspection, you don't know if that's the centaur reacting to being hit or a nervous reaction, like nervous system reaction, or just the impact movement.
I am definitely not that fun to tease into torture. Nope.
But yeah, there's no motion of it, the centaur fighting back or anything like that.
How many of these things are there?
6.
How far away are they?
Now 150, 180 feet.
Oh, fuck.
Do you want to team up on this, Lycus?
Oh, yeah, I just start going towards it. I'm like, I can't. I just think of Ina. I can't.
Lycus is walking towards them. What's everybody else doing?
Walking. I'm jogging. Like, I'm
Okay.
like, no, we're fucking doing this. I
Lycus
can't.
takes off jogging.
Fucking can't.
I kind of
Lycus,
grab Pholon's shoulder and kind of like tug him to a
No, you
stop.
don't. No, you
Oh,
don't.
man.
No, you don't.
No, not sorry.
He
not
said
Lycus.
Pholon.
Oh,
she said
shoulder.
Pholon.
Pholon's shoulder to kind of stop.
Lycus, wait up.
What do we do? Oh gosh, we doing this now? All right. Well,
Be ready. Just be ready.
All right. So I know Lycus is going.
We will follow at a slower pace.
You're on a full-on or keeping a distance. Okay, Syaanis.
I'll keep pace.
Renatus is staying with Lycus.
Like 15 feet behind.
Okay, Syaanis, what are you doing?
I'm gonna bolt up at Lycus and be like, hey, we can probably make these things not attack us.
Are you responding, Lycus?
What are you talking about?
Let's put these fuckers to sleep.
They're clocks. Or they're mechanical creations. No, fuck that. And then I turn into a giant ape.
All right.
I was gonna say mechanical things have an off switch.
All right. So
I'll
Syaanis,
find the off switch.
Syaanis, you get pushed to the side as his arms swell up. This massive ape form as he polymorphs into Ina, formerly now Lycus, giant ape Kong. The 6 Stimfey turn and start swooping in your direction. And that's where we're going to take a break. So we can jump into
You're
that
on
when
just
we come back.
face palm, like like normally where you just kind of go like.
And see
She's
what
doing that
happens with
into Pholon's shoulder.
giant ape Lycus and these Stimfey. So bio, stretch, get your friends, all that great stuff.
Oh
We'll
my
be back
God.
here in a few minutes, and we'll see y'all then. All right, so we are back. All right, my friends. Now, I know that Syaanis was next to Lycus Giant Ape. First off, everybody move your tokens about where they would have been. Over here, in this corner, it's kind of hard to see because they're so small. But you will see 6 Stimfey. And they're blending in really good with the background, I know.
There they are.
I can't mark them any other way.
Oh god, they're so tiny, yeah.
They are small. They're small. They're little birdies. We're also kind of zoomed out on this map a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's a wide open area. All right, so make sure that your characters are where they were going to be. Do not check the measurements and everything to where the Stimfey are right now, please, when you're doing this. And then everybody roll for initiative.
Click.
Do I take -10 on my roll, Joey?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Can't believe you. I'm going to modify their... Get them all the Stimfey on like the same turn, though, because it rolls them all separately. And there's no way to fix that. 1 second, and then we'll start. Syaanis, you are going to be up first, so be ready.
Just out of curiosity, because my entire thing was to morph and then throw. Would they have
Correct.
been like fully aware and then be like, okay, we're going?
Well, they were on... Okay, so this is... In my mind, this is how this is working out. Once Euron made that noise, they were aware of you. And they knew you were there, but as long as you weren't getting closer, they weren't screwing with you. They were happy with what you were doing. You started coming closer. You're still far enough away, but then you Hulk out, right? So I'll let you go before them because you all rolled really fucking high. You'll go before them with your giant rock, so effectively it's the same. This just gives everybody else a chance to react with you hulking out and what they're gonna do, seeing you doing this. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay. I was just curious.
Okay. Beautiful.
I have one quick initiative question, just as a possibly precedent.
Yeah.
Since I'm riding on Pholon's back, I imagine just depending on our initiative rolls, because I know it says I go before him. I'm guessing I'm not going to move.
There are
Like,
intelligent mount rules in the player's handbook, but long story short, what happens is they do whatever they want and you're along for the ride.
Okay, just making sure.
When they're not intelligent mounts, then you can basically move them with you and determine what they do. But
Okay,
yeah,
just making sure. So
100%.
It's in my brain.
it does work out that y'all are right next to each other in initiative. Okay, so Syaanis, what are you doing? Lycus hulks out right next to you. You see the Stimfey turn their attention, start sweeping towards this massive new threat. What are you doing?
My head just whips around like, oh fuck. And then I just like pull out my bow and like start running over towards these rocks that are to the north of us.
Okay.
1 sec.
I am your rock. What are you talking about? They're about to be right here. Like, what do you run into the rocks for?
So I can fucking hide. Alright, wait a minute. Let's see.
What a bitch.
So, gonna dash up to the rocks and move to... Come on, move me. Right there.
Alright, so you dash up to the rocks. Get a little bit of cover behind him. Anything else? Is that it?
That'll be it.
Alright, Renatus. Lycus hulks out in front of you. And Renatus goes darting off to the rocks.
Just Syaanis.
Alright, so he pulled out
That's
a
what I
short bow, took off. I saw him hulk out. I will... I'm going to use Firebolt to hit the one in the back.
Okay, go ahead and ping the one. Okay, you got it.
So... 13 hit.
A 13 just barely hits.
Woohoo! 6.
You have to move up to get that one or hit one that's closer to you, but they'll take whichever one.
I have spell sniper.
You do. God bless that. Okay, thank you for double checking that. You are smart. Take 6 damage. Gets kind of knocked as the fire ricochets off the metallic form, and he likes you now. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna move back a little bit, like kind of in between, like next to, back behind the big ape, but in front of Pholon and Euron.
Okay.
So.
All right. Firebolt goes out, streaks across the sky. Euron, Renatus runs right in front of you. What are you gonna do?
I will just lean and just tell Pholon, just go, try to get to the lady. They'll come to us that way. And I will ready an action that, should a Stimfey come within melee range, I am going to hit it with my sword.
Okay, you got it. All right. Hold on. What are you doing?
I'm gonna use my movement speed. What is is it shift to get the...
Hold control to get
Control.
the...
There we go.
Yeah.
Womp. Okay, I wanna go about here.
I think your phone's interfering with your microphone or something, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah. Toss.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have to scroll in to do this because I can't. I am over bigger. 5.
You are.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 45, 50. I'm about there, I guess. And then, of course, Euron's also with me.
Okay. You got it.
And then, where is the other centaur lady? Where is she estimated roughly?
She'd be just off the map back here because they're kind of started streaking towards Lycus already. So all the way in the northeast corner of the map.
Okay, so we got a bit of a distance. I'm gonna go ahead and do a dash then.
Okay.
That's half speed, right?
Why would it be half
additional...
speed?
Is that
No,
an
it's double
additional? Oh, it's doubled?
So 100 feet.
Cool. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
All right, so you start charging up 100 feet, full blast, running out in front, and you're locked on to the centaur, the wounded centaur on the ground. Anything else?
No, I think that'll be it for now.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep charging.
You got it. Lycus, in the process of hulking out, Syaanis darts off to the left. You see a firebolt come off, full on a Euron go darting next to you, and you take form. What do you do? Besides unmute yourself.
Damn it. Grab a big old fucking clump of earth and chuck it at the closest one. Well, actually, I'm going to scramble a little closer.
Okay.
Not quite. Whatever, I give it a 50.
Sure.
Does a 16 hit?
16 hits.
All right. Fucking 33 damage.
This massive chunk of earth comes up. You hurtle it through the air, spinning. The Stimfei like arcs up and around, and then tries to go left, go right, but it's just so massive it can't get around. It slams into it, and you see this explosion of metal pieces shatter all over the place, trickle down on the ground as the rock goes tumbling off in the distance past the motionless centaur in the back.
Fucking slam the ground.
You got it. Anything else?
I look at Pholon, I'm like, where the hell are they going? No, other than that, that's it.
All right. These things, let's see. This one can get here.
Shit, they can fly.
This one can get here. This one can get here. And these two come here. All right. So I need to mark their movement so I'll see what they're gonna do. Okay. So these two streak in, and they all come in, one towards Syaanis, two towards you, Lycus, great ape, and the other two towards Einon. Centaur screwing me up here. Towards Pholon and Euron. And they like swoop in and dart up and just all these needles go flying out at each of you. That
Hey,
is
they
going
can
to
fly.
be...
They have some distance, huh?
They do. They have really good fly speed.
Holy
The
shit.
natural 20 against Syaanis. So that is...
No, Syaanis.
Why did it do that?
Why did it do what?
Kill you. It just killed you.
It's
Like, you're
coded
just
wrong.
dead.
It's coded wrong. So that is going to be 11 piercing damage to you.
Good. It's crying.
And then the two attacks against Lycus. First one's a 15 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 4, and then a 15 to hit is another 5. But you need concentration checks for both of those.
Let's see. It's con.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
All right. And both of these Stimfei are familiar with Amazonian warriors and mounts. These are both going to try and arc out towards Euron. That's a 12 and a 14 to hit.
Both miss.
All right. Back up to Syaanis. What are you doing, Syaanis?
Alright, so the one that's closest to me,
Yep.
I'm gonna just like roll out from behind the rock and just like shoot it real quick.
Go for it.
So targeting this one. And I'm just gonna do this. 21 to hit
That's a hit.
and 7 damage.
You got it. All right. Anything else?
Then I'm gonna use my bonus action and hide.
All right. Renatus,
As
you're up.
I move a little bit farther back.
And I need a stealth check from you, Syaanis.
Yep. Gonna move to hit there real quick. And stealth check. Oh, nat 20.
Nice.
So 30 in total. And that's my turn.
Yep. Renatus, what you doing?
All right. They're all up in the air, 20 feet.
Yes, they
That's
are.
what that means.
That's what that means.
Sweet. Alrighty then. I am going to fireball the 3 in the middle.
Drop your template.
Actually, I might be able to get the fourth one.
It didn't drop a template for you?
It did, but it's not. It's supposed to be bigger.
Is it?
Yeah, I can shape it to be 5 feet bigger.
Ah, okay. Hold on. Should be a way of doing that. I don't know. Okay, well, I'll give it to you for now. We'll figure it out later. All right.
So I should be able to hit those 4, maybe. That one might be a little iffy. This one, to catch all 4 of them.
Let's see. If you're 5 feet bigger, then you need to be at least here to catch that one on the side. Yeah, I'll give all 4 to you. Okay.
Okay.
So 4 deck saves.
4 deck saves for
This
25 damage.
is the one by the rock is a 10. The one furthest away is a 16. The one closest to the ape is a 3. And the one closest to Euron is a 2.
The one furthest away saves, because I have a 15 save. So everyone
Okay.
takes 25, and it takes, what is that, 13? Or 12? To round
Okay.
up or round down?
You always round down unless otherwise stated by the ability.
Okay.
Okay. So this massive fireball explodes in the center of the sky, right in front of the great ape's face. You shield him from it with your arcane energy. 3 of them explode into fiery shards, while the last one gets really hurt. He gets kicked back and tumbles through the air a little bit. Always with fireball. All right. Anything else?
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move this way. Oh, sorry. Right there.
Okay. Move 30 feet. Get a better side angle on it. You're up.
Continuing, I'll just ready in action, which I realize I missed the cue of last time, which I'll let rip. That if one gets within melee range, I will smack it.
Okay, so they never got within melee range. You didn't miss anything. I was just
Okay,
seeing what their
good.
I was seeing what their max movement was, so then I could.
Okay.
I
Awesome.
needed to see where it was on this map. That's all.
Okay, awesome. Then, yeah, just again, ready in action if there's one gets within melee range, so within 5 feet for this, because I'm not holding my spear. Smack a bitch.
You got it. Pholon, you're up.
I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing I did last time. Use my movement and then dash to get all the way over here. It's about 75 feet worth of movement out of the 100. She's over by here, right? She said she's kind of off the map.
Yeah, she's kind of off the map. So you're really close to her now.
Okay, can I use the last 25 of my movement to get to her?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, I will do that. And then I will see, can I check to see if she's alive, like check for a pulse?
You can, but you don't need to. With the way that her body's positioned, her back was to you, and you see the bottom part of the horse. But now you can see the entire flank of the horse part of the body has been ripped with rib cage exposed there, and the abdominal cavity has been wrenched out by piercing talons and metallic beaks. It's pretty gruesome.
Okay, I'm gonna just look at Euron and kind of just shake my head, and then that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. Lycus, you're up.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna fisticuff the first one that's closest to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna just Hulk. What happened? I lost my screen.
What'd you do?
I can still roll, but I
Go
don't see
for it.
anything. All right, so we're gonna leap over to him. 21 to attack. 26 damage.
Your fist meets him, it explodes. metal shards hitting you in the face as it crumbles on your fist.
Charge over to the other one and slam it as well.
Go for it.
23 to hit. And a 20 damage.
You hammer punch down on top of him, slam him to the ground. Metal shards fly out everywhere from beneath the crater that you just made. And now there's just a whole bunch of metallic bird pieces lying around. So, that seems to be it for the dangers at the moment. What are y'all doing?
This is all open plains, right?
It is.
Do I see any rhinoceri? Like charging at us?
Oh, do you see any? Give me a perception check real quick.
Since I'm up here.
There's like softly rolling hills, like 10, 15 feet high. Some every now and then, some hills get really high, like 50, 60, 70 feet. But generally, yeah. What'd you roll?
13.
13? No, you see a pack of hyenas off to the west, and you see some zebras by what appears to be a small watering hole to the southeast, but nothing that seems dangerous.
Okay. Then I'm gonna just run over towards the down center.
Okay.
The moment Lycus gets like close enough to see me proper, I will just shake my head.
I'll walk over to Moxina. Like, well, did we, were we too loud there?
It could have been quieter, but you did well. I was impressed.
And, well, if we're gonna stroll up to the body, if she's walking with me, we're just at pace, so. Walking pace to get up.
Okay. So you arrive behind Lycus, giant ape, meeting up with Euron, Pholon, Syaanis. What are you doing?
Just gonna go up to the corpse of one of these and kind of just like pick it over, see if I can get anything out of it.
Anything in particular you're looking for, or just...
Not really, just seeing if there's anything that looks like it could possibly be useful.
Okay, give me an investigation check, please.
Okay. Where is it? There we go. A 6.
6. Don't really know what to make of it. I mean, you've seen gears before, you've seen some small clockwork toys and things like that before, but this is just so far beyond anything you've ever seen. You assemble some of the gears together and kind of make them fit here and there, but outside of just tinkering with it out of a curiosity, you don't really see anything particularly valuable.
All right.
Okay.
Then I'll just rejoin the group.
Okay.
I'd like to hop down and just take a look at the body.
Yeah,
Okay.
when I get there with Moxina, I'd like to take a look at the body as well to see if they had anything on them. Identify.
All right. Well, one of y'all roll me an investigation check with advantage, or you both roll me separate investigation checks.
You.
$24.
going over to the body, you kind of gingerly look around, pull the hair back, uncover the face to check jewelry, tattoos, anything identifying like this. And you're across the body from the rest of the group. So you're bent down kind of by the head. The rest of them are looking from where its backside is. You pull the dark brown hair back. And you notice she has a circlet around her head. And this circlet has a small blue streaked cream colored gem in the center. And it's kind of entwined in hemp and leather loosely over the brow. And this is significant to you because you've seen a similar gem. You haven't seen it anywhere else in Thylea, except you've seen a similar gem attached to Pholon's traveling bag.
The story progression bar is just loading a little bit.
So I will like call out to Pholon and be like, "Hey, I think you need to come see this."
I'm pretty sure I've seen a little bit too much of that body. I don't know if what is it I'm supposed to cut? And I'll kind of
as you stammer through that, I'm just gonna take the circlet off and then hold it up.
Oh. And then I'll just start kind of walking. Yeah, maybe I might want to come see that. Maybe just a little. And I'll hold my hand out for the circlet.
Yep, give it to you. Is this person important?
Can I look at the face and see if I recognize them?
You can. And you do not recognize her. It is obvious that she is younger than you. Probably no more than 15, 16 or so.
I do not recognize this particular person, but she looks like she's part of the younger side of my own tribe. What she's doing out here, I'm not quite sure how she's gotten herself all the way out here, but well, it's definitely a thing that's happened.
What's the circlet like a symbol of? Is she like part of the ruling class or something? I don't know.
DM, correct me if I'm wrong, the circlet is just something to hold the gem that represents our tribe?
Yeah, essentially. It's not necessarily, I mean, there's kind of like one big tribe on Scorpion Island, right? There's not like a whole bunch of small tribes.
Yeah.
But this and a handful of other gems, they're not particularly valuable. They're easy to find amongst the streams and things like that. Your tribe just has an affinity for them. They like to use them in jewelry and things like that. That's all.
Yeah.
No royalty signification here, but it's just a little bit of decor, showing off our pride a little bit.
Okay.
And I'll put the circlet in my little bag and kind of pat it.
Okay.
Just kind of rub Pholon's kind of back area flank.
I'm fine. It's all good. life happens.
If he has a free hand, I will take it and squeeze it.
He just starts blubbering like a baby,
Oh, buddy.
like wiping his tear with his hair, just like.
I must protect him at all costs.
All right. Now that the mystery is done, I'm not saying Renatus doesn't care anymore, but I'm definitely looking away for more enemies now.
Okay, give me a perception check.
$23.
Okay. Scanning around real quick, you see the similar animal herds, groups of animals that I described before, but you don't see any threats.
All right. I'm ready to continue on northward. Do I see any more of those trees with the curious liquid, the golden touch?
Not immediately, because you're not that far past the one that you just went, and they've been pretty sporadic. But you might find another one. We'll find out.
Cool.
If they're all done, I'm just gonna like shove my hand and rake it back, make a grave, and I'm gonna make it relatively deep, so scavengers don't come around.
Okay.
Gently slide young centaur into it, and just gently.
Actually, was she wearing any Amazon armor?
No.
Not that I'm not going to rob her body. I'm just asking. Okay.
No.
I'm not grave robbing. Okay. Not grave robbing before the grave's even dug.
I was gonna say she wasn't in a grave. It's not robbing at that point.
Yeah. I wonder if she had a rider.
Well, at this particular age, it's possible she could have been bonded with somebody, but I mean, with experience, I can understand anything could happen, but I don't know that she would have been this young and out here all by her lonesome if either she had one or they were still alive, so who knows? They could still be inside, if for all we know, if that's where she was headed.
I'll revert back to Lycus form. Be like, all right, let's go.
Okay. You got it.
I will mount up again.
All right. So, continuing your way for the next hour or two, you finally get to the base of the mountain and climb up 150, 200 feet before you find a rocky alcove that gives you a pretty good sight line over almost the entirety of the island, everything southerly of you, at the very least. You have really good eyesight on several rivers that come inland, will actually go out to the surrounding sea on either side of the mountain. There's trees are kind of thicker around the base of the mountain here as well, as the wind has swept up all the seeds and deposited them there. And the sun is finally sinking down to the point where it's just a sliver over the horizon. And Maxina goes off to a stone on the ground and takes a seat, and she puts her hands in front of her face, and she's just kind of sitting there looking and waiting. Is there anything you guys would like to do while you're waiting for a signal from hopefully your Maynad goatling prey? No?
I'm good.
Just
So, go
for
ahead.
fires.
Okay. Well, everybody's watching for fires, tracking. All right. Will somebody give me a perception check with advantage then?
Got it. Uh, 26.
26. All right. So, sitting here, sheltered, about 45 minutes to an hour, kind of hard to tell, as the moon starts to creep up on the eastern half of the sky, and the moon is extremely big and near and bright. There's hardly any shadows unless there's, directly a rock or a tree casting one on the ground. Everything is really well lit, and as well as you can see the surrounding environment, you feel confident that you'll be able to see anything off in the distance. But at the same time, you also know that you are easy to see as well, compared to a normally dark night. So 45 minutes to an hour in, you do see several fires start to pop up all over the island in front of you. Maybe 2 or 3 dozen of them, pockmarking the land as it stretches out before you and down on the sides. And they're all of relatively similar height, size. And the closer ones, you can see several fabric leather type tents set up in close proximity with humanoid figures. Obviously, the various Amazons tribes resting for the night before they continue the great game the next day. On the eastern side, one of these fires is uncomfortably close to the mountain. Probably half mile or so away, just past the thickest edge of the small forest that surrounds the base here. You can clearly see, and if you were to silhouette yourself up against the edge, you would probably stand out pretty decently to anybody who thought to look and was paying attention. So keeping that in mind, you back up a little bit. But then, almost directly south, probably 3 to 4 miles away or so, you see a central fire flare up, bright and tall, and then several smaller fires illuminate around it, kind of 5 points around this center fire. And you see small dark figures dancing around and some lying on the ground, shadowy at best, but you get a pretty good idea of who they are.
So back south we go then.
Hell yeah. Let's go fucking goat lanes.
Ready when you are.
Okay. So with this, Moxina stands up, slowly starts moving down, snaking her way down the mountainside, and you all begin to follow. A breeze kind of kicks up as you're traveling down, carrying a slightly colder wind. It ruffles up your clothes and throws the cloaks to the side. Everybody give me a stealth check, since you're kind of trying to avoid being illuminated on the mountainside here.
Renatus, you're just not the stealthiest person, I swear.
Bruh, I'm telling
Syaanis,
you.
Syaanis, you are fucking one with the night right now. You are
am
a god
one with
blessed
the night.
30. Jeez, dude.
Yeah, nat 20s.
How's your back from carrying our stealth checks?
Yeah.
I rolled a 5 because I armor-alled that thing, dude. It is gleaming, man. I'm like Mr. Clean.
15.
Okay.
Yeah, 12.
Okay.
Lycus got a 17.
Mike's got 17. Okay. All right.
No, you're
That's
good.
okay. Now, whoever's leading the way with Moxine and kind of keeping an eye out, that person give me a perception check.
Not I say the chicken.
It's dark out, right?
It's technically dim light
I'll look.
because the moon's so bright.
13.
13. Okay.
I'm rolling perfectly average.
You are. All right. So you go down 50, 75, 100 feet down the mountainside, and it kind of levels out a little bit before it starts to dip down again. Euron, you're up in the front with Moxina keeping an eye on things. Coming down to this kind of plateau, there's this broken down, fallen over tree, and you step over that, and as you step over, you hear behind you Renatus kind of stumbles a little bit. You turn around, you look at him, and keep going forward. Off to your right, somewhere down beneath the plateau, you hear a sound of light metal on metal scraping. It's either really far away and a normal volume, or alarmingly close and very quiet. You hear this, Euron.
I will look back to the group and hold a finger to my lips and kind of point a bit towards the direction that I hear it.
Okay.
And then just kind of turn back, but watch very closely to see what I hear.
Okay. The scraping sound gets a little bit louder and a little bit louder, so it sounds like it's coming closer to you. You don't see anything yet. It's also hard to tell how far away it is. Are you going to do anything while it's getting louder?
By any chance, does it sound like, I mean, we were very close to those birds. Does it happen to sound like what happens when their wings flap?
It's pretty similar, yeah.
Then I will make like a ducking motion sort of with my hands to the group and make a little like
Oh, shadow puppets, yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's
Is
it.
that how you do a bird?
Yeah.
I was never good at shadow puppets.
All right, so as you're making this hand signal and telling them, you hear that sound kind of increase in intensity quickly and then stop right before you hear a sound of metal on stone just past the ridge. And then a very quiet as though it's walking on the stony ground. You do anything?
I'm just like very as still as possible, possibly just glaring at Rennie and being like, bend over, hide your fucking head, bend over.
I'll like flip, like roll eyes, flip hood, you know.
All right. So
I clap my hand over the rattlesnake that's hanging out the back of my neck.
looking in the direction the sound is coming from, everybody can kind of hear this really soft sound. You slowly begin to see the head of a Stimfate creep up over the ridge, not initially looking at you. You can either stay still and hope it doesn't see you, or you can react. What are y'all doing?
There's a party going on. I'm just gonna stay still.
Everybody staying still?
Yeah.
Pholon's like, I'm a tree.
All right. Let me roll perception check for the Stimfay.
We have like a 95 stealth,
Roll low, please.
except for one fucking guy.
That's the thing. It's always
Yeah.
that 3 that trips you up, right?
You know, but it's never a group stealth. You know, it's always like, oh, 30, 20, 17, 25, 2. It's like,
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
The head-
Snake is suspicious.
The stem face head twists left and right, and you see this relatively close. You see its eyes, like its head turns, but then its eyes kind of turn inside the sockets, looking up and down, left and right. And then it turns away from you, and its wings stretch out, and it swoops back down behind the ridge.
Holy fuck.
Can we move now? Are we okay to move now? I was holding in a toot.
I can see it fall over.
Like
I'll give a thumbs up.
like it's asleep right behind my butt. Like, that'll wake him up.
War crime.
Oh God! What foul beast has died this night?
The hood goes from my brow to like.
To his nose.
You pulled the hoodie strings.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. All right. Well, lead on.
Let's go.
Keep leading on.
Y'all hop up from the position, start to clamber back forward. You look around real quick, and Euron, sometime while you were all holding your breath, focusing on this creature, Moxina disappeared.
God bless it.
Right, keep going.
And then out of nowhere you hear metallic wings sweep up over the ridge, and you see they're carrying 6 Amazon warriors up over the ridge, all around you, planting, shields out, spears out, the Stimfei hovering overhead. I need everybody to come to this map and then roll for initiative.
No thank you.
Can I just take a rain check?
Unfortunately not.
Yeah, I know. I'm good. Not gonna do it.
I think now's a good time for me to let out that toot.
Oh God. Really?
But yay, armor I could seal.
All right. You see.
I would like to roll to suplex.
There's a lot of bitches.
Roll to suplex. Got it.
Look at all the bitches.
Let's see. Line up my initiative here. So it looks like Euron, you're going to be first, so you get your plan ready.
Oh,
Syaanis,
no.
you're going to be up sometime after Euron, so you're going to be second up on deck. I'm just getting my initiatives good here.
That's a lot of people in between them and us on the initiative roll. Don't mind me.
That's good and bad, I think.
Y'all, I've been staring at this initiative tracker for like a good solid 10 minutes. And
All
I'm
right.
like,
Mystified.
Well, see, again, like I said, I'd roll for one of them. I take the first one, and then it rolls for all of them individually. That's how Foundry does
so
it. There's
if he
not an
rolls
option.
120, they all get a 20.
If the first roll is a 20, yes.
So,
All right, so
pointing out why they're all 20.
they're not all 20. All right, so
Why all the
can't drink yet.
Amazons are 20?
you see each one of these Amazons hop down, human, elf, dwarf, human, and they kind of fall next to each other back to back and then twirl away, spears out, shield out, and they start moving rhythmically together as though they're fighting in pairs. You're up. What are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna break up that dance partner. I will look at, I guess technically, that. Why is said keep trying to draw. Okay. Okay. I would like to focus on this one.
Sorry, I had to reload the map to fix it. Okay, you got it.
And I'm going to move up to her, and I'm going to do my utmost to stab her.
Go for it.
Come on. Roll for me. Thank you. No, probably not. That's a 10 to hit for the first blow.
10 does not hit.
All right. Come on! That is an 11 for the second one.
11 does not hit.
All right. Testing their shields. Testing the shield.
That's right.
And then I guess just stay in position and bare my teeth and let the snakes come out and just look. Like, try and just be like, yeah, you know what you're fucking with? And that's about it.
All right, you got it. So you charge forward, shield deflect, sword comes out, hits it away, and then you hear all of them chanting louder and louder. And then this one starts striking out at you with their short sword. They are all going to rage. So, short sword, 2 short sword attacks at you.
Why would you do that to us, Joey?
Because fuck all y'all, is what he says.
No, he loves us.
All right, so the first attack
Did you
is
just say rage?
I said
Yeah.
rage.
Is that rage?
First one is a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
For 8 damage.
Okay. I can live with that. I can live with that.
And the second one is a 20 to hit for 5 damage. The partner swoops in behind you, and 2 short sword attacks from your rear. First one's a natural 20.
Can you not?
That's going to be 13 on the first strike. The second one's an 18 to hit.
Jeez.
The 18 misses.
All right, so 2 quick slices across your front, catching both of your arms, and all of a sudden a rake down your back, penetrating your armor. You whip around with your shield, deflecting a second blow you know is coming. Let's see, these 2 are going to rush forward and attack Lycus and Renatus.
Well, little old me? No.
First one to hit you, Lycus, is a 22 for 7.
Like, immediately brain like, fuck, that hurt.
Second one is so the first one's 22 for 7. The second one is a 14. Does that hit?
No. Why does it keep saying I have a 13 AC? I have a 16. I don't understand. Anyway, no, it's doesn't hit. I should have a 16.
Okay.
I don't know why it's
Renatus,
doing
2
that.
strikes coming at you. First one is an 11.
Oh, that one missed.
All right, so you whip your cloak up in front of you, temporarily blinding it as the short sword blushes out blindly at you for a 9. So you're able to hold your ground. And these 2 come around the backside.
Fuck you.
These 2 come around the backside. This one is going to engage with. I need to fix your token. You're only supposed to be taking up 1 square. Pholon. This one's going to engage with Pholon. The other one's going to engage with Renatus, with Syaanis. So the first one is a 24 to hit Pholon for 9 piercing. Second one is a 9 to hit. All right. Nope. Syaanis, that was for Pholon. These 2 are for you. 16 to hit first.
Nope.
The second one is a 15 to hit.
No, also nope.
So you deflect as well. So these Amazon warriors are dancing around, chanting, swinging their swords out like it's a ritual, like it's choreographed, like it's perfect the way they synergize with each other. Syaanis, you are up. What are you gonna do?
All right. I'm just gonna roll to the side just a little bit.
Okay.
And attack this one.
Go for it.
All right. So first off, and they sneak attack on, and hitting her with my trident.
Okay.
It's gonna be a 15 to hit.
Deflected.
Fuck. All right.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. These Stimfey are swooping down and around, and they seem to be focused. You can tell they're focused on whoever their companion is focused on. So you got 2 pinion storms coming at you, Euron. First one is a 19 to hit.
Exactly my AC.
Okay, for 3 piercing damage, and the second one is a 13 to hit, so that doesn't hit. These two swoop in a little bit well, that one swoops in a little bit closer. This one's going after Lycus with the Pinion Storm. That is a 17 to hit, Lycus.
Yep.
For 3. And Renatus, this one's coming at you. That's only a 10 to hit. Does that hit?
Again,
that doesn't hit, does
fuck
it?
you.
No, it does not hit.
All right.
Wow.
Syaanis, one coming at you. His needles flying through the air. You hear him whistling and streaking. A 16 to hit.
Nope.
And Pholon coming at you. 21 to hit.
Oh, I was unmuted and then I muted myself. 21 hits, yes.
Okay, now this is a ranged weapon attack. I know that you're playing a monk. I don't know if that matters.
Yes, it does. I have a thing. Let me find it. Scroll. You can use your reaction to deflect. Oh, did I do the right thing? This is the, use your reaction to deflect or catch missiles when you are hit by a ranged weapon attack. When you do so, you take the attack. The attack is reduced by 1d10 plus your dexterity plus your monk level.
Okay. So roll that. If you want to burn your reaction.
Yes, I will go ahead and do that.
Okay.
So d10. That is it. Click. So that's d10. Let me go to my sheet. d10 plus.
It only would have been 5 damage. So yeah, you reduce it all.
Oh, cool.
So these pinions fly through the air whistling, and you just kind of knock them all out of the air with your massive forearm swinging around. Lycus, you're up. What are you going to do?
Try. No, I'm actually going to do something interesting here. As far as Lycus goes, I'm going to take one of my golden touch vials, and I'm drawing my short sword, grabbing that vial, and I'm just going to slap it on there. Fucking, sling it on there and coat it. That's my
Okay. All right. Anything else?
That's all I can do. It's an action to do that.
Yep. You got it. All right, Pholon, you're up.
I am checking the thing. Okay. Okay, this will be my first time trying this. We're gonna see how I do.
Let's do it.
All right. Have faith. Okay, we're gonna start off with 2 attacks because multi-attack. So
Okay.
we do 2 unarmed strikes at the one that's closest to me. The one that's here. I won't move though. Well, I mean, I will move because I have to get close to him.
You would have been there anyway. I just fixed your token.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're gonna start with 2 unarmed strikes. So let's go. Wait, I have 2 listed here. Does it? I don't know if it matters. Click. Ow. No.
All right, you slam your fist into the shield. No traction there.
Well, that one probably doesn't hit either.
Does not, unfortunately.
Fun. Okay. Well, bonus action. Let me read this. Fury of blows. So I spend a key point. Where is this? I have it. I just found it. And then I lost it because I'm blind.
That's okay.
Oh, there it is. Click. That's 1. Does a 13 hit?
Nope, you are slamming fists into bronze armor.
F. Does a nat 20 hit?
This one catches that seam right between the neck and the helmet. Yeah, that hits.
Get it. That's 14 bludgeoning.
All right.
And then Axe and Surge, I get to woo more unarmed strikes.
Go for
Because multi-attack. Click. Does a 15 hit?
Does not.
Damn. Does a 13 hit?
It does not.
Well, I made one good blow, y'all.
You did.
It's
You
cool.
cracked her neck, and she recoiled a bit, and you see her eyes open like she's surprised, and then she smiles and she starts engaging with you again.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah, that'll be my entire turn. At least I got one crit in there. It's fine. I'm not mad.
You got it. All right, we're not too sure up.
I mean, come on, guys. Come on. Multi-pass. Big bada boom. Right? So, I'm just, I'm going to look around. I'm going to take a gander at everything that's happening. And we're in a small circle, and they are surrounding us.
Yes.
That's a big opening. So I'm going to take that opening, and I'm going to basically emulate us in a fireball while protecting all my friends. And I'll drop that template for you. Again, I'm going to increase the size to a 25. That's 34 damage, by the way. Oops. Yeah, all right. There.
Okay. So now I'm curious because I don't know this very good. Is it the increase in the size has no bearing on your ability to also protect the people within, right? Like it's not one or the other?
No, I could do both.
Okay, beautiful. All right, how many can you protect?
I can protect up to 4, but it's not touching me.
No, you're... Well, first of all, I would tell you if it's touching you or not, but you're right. Well, actually, no, it would be because you're expanding at 5, if that's where you're dropping it.
Can I not expand at 5 if that's where I'm dropping it?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Okay. So I need 5 dex saving throws. I'm going to do them clockwise, starting in the top left.
Be 6, huh?
1, 2. Oh, yeah, it is 6. You're right. So 1. That's a 10. How much damage do they take?
34.
God. Okay. And the second one. Let me double check something real quick. I want to screw you up here. Okay. Second one's a 13.
Fail.
All right. The one in front of Lycus is a 9. One in front of you is a 19.
Pass.
Okay. The one on the other side of Syaanis is a 7. And the one in front of Pholon is a 17.
That one passes.
All right, so it's 34. You said 34?
Yep.
Because I'm seeing 26.
Right. No, I dropped the first one.
Uh-huh.
And
okay.
It clicked off the template, so I couldn't do the template.
All right. So we got pass. So the one in front of you and the one in front of Pholon pass, correct?
Yep.
All right, so they take 17. I got a math. Hold on. All right. So Renatus sees all these swords and shields flying about, and everybody getting nicked and scraped, and all these pinions coming in from the Stimfey, and he summons a fireball, streaks across the ground, explodes around you, his arcane energy protecting all of you as this flame whips around you, and you see these Amazons get blown back, and 4 out of the 6 just get completely disintegrated from the blast of this force. That is ridiculous.
Euron's getting used to faintly smelling like fire and smoke at this point. Just like, oh.
As this happens, the other 2 cower down behind their shields and deflect most of the flame as they stand up and they see what happened. That chanting, that rhythmic, thumping, screaming, ritualistic sound turns into a wail of fury and torment. Anything else, Renatus?
Now, I mean, I'm not gonna cackle with laughter, but I'm definitely like gonna hold that, like, try to intimidate a little bit.
Okay. You got it. You're on. You're up.
Well, that is much nicer not being, cornered.
You're welcome.
Yes, much obliged. I'm gonna go help Pholon and see if I can't actually hit somebody for once.
Okay.
25 to hit for 8 damage.
That's a hit. You got it.
Fire 2, a 17 to hit for 7, so 15 total.
Just hits. Let's
Yes.
see.
So.
All right, so you dart across. As this Amazon turned around to face Renatus, you come in blindside, streaking, slamming into her, draw a lot of blood. She stumbles forward, but she doesn't even seem to notice the strikes, despite how deep and bad they were. She is still rushing at Renatus.
Motherfucking. Okay. Do I blow it now? No, not. I'm saving action search. I will just leave it there.
Okay. Amazons are up. So you're going to bonus act this one by using a bonus action disengage, dart over by Renatus, and flank with this other one, and they are going to recklessly attack you, Renatus.
Yeah, figured.
All right, first one is a.
I can still. Sorry, Sentinel. Creatures provoke opportunity attacks from me even if they take the disengage action.
Okay, go for it.
I also forgot one thing really quick.
Yep.
I just remembered that I have the Crusher feat.
Okay.
So when you score a critical hit that deals bludgeoning damage to a creature, attack rolls against that creature are made with advantage till the start of my next turn.
Okay.
So the one that I hit.
Okay. So a lot has happened since then. Remember that for next time. I will let Euron have advantage on this though, just because you remember that.
Thank you.
17 to hit, 11 does not hit, but you get to roll again.
No, doesn't hit.
A
Doesn't
9?
hit.
Okay. All right.
I remembered.
So-
I'm very glad I remembered.
That's good. You did get. It almost worked because this Amazon's on death's door. So the first one's a 21 to hit Renatus
Yeah, that'll hit.
for 9,
Ouch.
and the second one is a 23 to hit
Yeah, that hits.
for 5.
Yep.
The other tormented Amazon is a 21 to hit
Yeah.
for 9.
You just call them tormented Amazons?
Well,
They're currently tormented. They just lost their partner. Are you up or are you down?
I'm still up.
Okay, good. And last one is a natural 20. Sorry. For... Make sure that math's right. That math is not right. Hold on. I need to add 2 to all this. It's because they were raging. So this one is a 12.
If you gotta add more than 1, 2, I'm down.
Yeah, I do. I need to add 2 to all of those hits because they were raging and I forgot to add that.
Well, that last hit downed me.
Let me make sure because this matters right now. So the first hit How many hit points did you have right now? Because I want to do this math right and not screw you up.
I still have hit points left before this
last hit. How many hit points did you have?
14.
You had 14 left. Okay. So 2, 4,
Should
6.
be 6.
It would be 6. Okay, so yeah, good. So everything works out. This comes around, slashes across your chest, and you instantly see black as you tumble and plant on the ground. And with that, they turn to face you, Syaanis, and turn back and hold their swords up over Renatus' head. You're up. What are you going to do? Syaanis?
No, I know.
Okay. Well, you didn't say anything, so I don't know if you heard me.
Yeah, I'm thinking in my head. Alright, I'm going to disengage
Okay.
with my bonus action. And I'm going to roll around this Amazon right here.
All right.
And I'll hit her from right behind.
All right.
And
Well,
since Lycus is also there.
yep. Sneak attack and advantage.
Yep.
You'd have sneak attack anyway because you have advantage on the roll.
Yeah. All right. And let's see how this one goes. So let's see. Let's go for a standard roll. Attack. All right. Does a 25 hit?
It does.
God. Yeah. See the damage. And that is 34 damage.
As you hop out, roll past, pop up, and try to slam it through the back, the prongs come out of the abdomen as you lift up off the ground a little bit before kicking her forward. She tumbles on the ground and blood and dust kick up around her. She's dead.
And then I just yell at the other one, drop it. You don't want to be like the rest of your sisters.
Okay. I can tell you right now, she does not seem responsive at all. Like, as soon as their life partners went down, they were just out of their minds. Rage,
That's
fury.
fine. I'm still telling her.
No, it's cool. I'm just letting you know.
So I kind of want to interject a little here.
Go ahead.
Renatus, when you fireballed, massacred everybody, I was fighting one, like I just coated, poison on my blade, and I was like, ah! And then she died, and I was like, what? And then I turned, and there's another one behind me, and I'm like, fuck yeah! And then Syaanis just fucking murked her, and I'm like, God damn it! I just, fuck! Let me stab one! I just want to make sure that everybody just make sure they heard that, where I'm just cursing. I didn't even get hit. I'm just cursing because y'all were killing people, and I just poisoned my blade.
I mean, there's still one available.
Well, one, I didn't see any of that. I'm already blacked out.
Yes. All right. So, pick something here. Stimfey are up now. On their turn, all their partners went down except for this last one. So there's 6 of them. There's 5 of y'all. This is kind of a random thing who this targets, because it doesn't target everybody, it only targets one. But because they are out of their minds, they're just, it doesn't make sense what they're doing. But you hear all of them at the same time. This loud, I'm not going to screech in the microphone, this loud piercing screech that echoes and reverberates throughout the walls and in your minds. This is what we're going to do. For each one of these, all y'all roll a d20, and that's who this one's going to target, and then we're going to go to the next one. So whoever's got the highest is the one getting targeted for each one of these.
Oof, so far it's me.
Cory, you don't roll.
Ooh.
No, he does. He rolls. This is just random.
He rolled 1. I'm saying.
Yeah, I know.
He just doesn't.
All right,
just
so
don't roll. You're already. You're just low.
The first one is Pholon.
Yep.
So you need a con save.
Okay. Constitution. 15.
All right, so it's painful, but you're good. Everybody roll d20 again. Second one. Should have that d20 ready to go. That's all this is going to be.
Oh shit.
There you go, buddy.
Look,
Who's got
that's 3 20s tonight. That's way above average for me.
Nat 20 for Syaanis.
All right, so give me a con save, Syaanis.
Okay. 14.
You're good. Y'all keep these rolls up. You'll be all right. D20s.
Syaanis, I think. Again.
Syaanis
All right,
again.
that's good.
Right,
We're
another-
okay with that. He's used to
Another
it.
con save. Still good. So this is reverberating louder and louder in your ears. Another one. This is number 4. There's
Son
one
of
more
a
after
bitch.
this.
Another one.
All right, Syaanis.
This is what
For the
happens when you
team,
rig the
buddy.
dice in Foundry, Syaanis.
Man. Just taking all those blows,
Oh
man.
no, 1. No.
How you feeling?
How many nat ones have been
Oh
rolled
my
tonight?
There's my nat
Another
1. There's
2.
my nat 1.
All right, so you are going to take 6 psychic damage, and you are deafened.
What?
Exactly.
What?
That's till the beginning of the next turn. 6 psychic damage, and you are deafened until the beginning of the next turn for the Stem Fae. All right, D20 again, everybody. Last one. Is this Stem Fae still up?
Oh, ready. We need to. It's a tie.
Roll off. Did we get everybody?
He's unconscious.
Doesn't matter.
1.
right.
I know, I'm so fun.
Ready?
Okay.
Again. Ready.
Ooh. Con save. Renatus.
I'm so sorry.
10.
So you take 2 psychic damage, which means you automatically fail a death saving throw. This last one is going to... The last one fighting here. Well, shit.
Oh no.
So all 5 of... Yeah, I know. All 5 of these Stimfae screech out because their companions died. And then they... You see them all dart off into the night sky, flying erratically, screaming the entire way they go. So let me remove those from the map real quick. Because they flew 80 fucking feet. This last one is focused on the same target as its companion. It is going to fly down and attack with its talons at the downed Renatus. You're unconscious, so it has advantage. A 15 hit.
Yep.
All right, so Renatus, with these piercing screams, they startle you awake, and you see out of the corner of your eye this screaming golden bird swooping down, these metallic talons stretched out directly towards your neck, and you know, as weak you are, as wounded as you are, as much as your mind hurts, you can't get out of the way, but you can summon the energy to do one more thing before it hits you. What are you gonna do?
Like, just like a death roll. Like a death thing?
Action or bonus action. Or you can just say something. It just can't prevent your death.
I will... I'm gonna go out the same way I came in. And I'm gonna... Instead of protecting myself this time, I guess I'm gonna... Or I guess I will protect myself, but I'm gonna just summon my last fireball ever. And I want to take everything up with me. I want to wait for him to come into contact with me. Like, as he's coming in, to wait to know that I won't miss. And basically self-emulate. Just instead of it being a ball and explosion and like shooting it out, I just want just flames to erupt.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage. That's enough. So, seeing this Stimfei come swooping in, knowing you have mere moments to react, you summon the last bit of arcane energy you have left, bring your hands together, and as its talons bite into your neck and start to pull away, you force the fireball down around the Stimfei and explodes in fire and metal, taking the Amazon with it while all your friends are shielded inside a protective cone. Fire streaks up into the sky, illuminating the mountain all around it, growing higher and higher before collapsing in on itself. And the Stimfei and the Amazon are gone. And the rest of you look down on a very still, serene-looking, but heavily wounded Renatus. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session at. So, let me change the music here a little bit. Reach out to Penny and them. Make sure that we don't have a raid or any of that good stuff. So tonight was a tough ending. We will be back next week to definitely see what happens next. While I check on this real quick, we can, if anybody feels like saying anything, you're welcome to. Otherwise, I can hold us over at the stream ending screen. I don't know if you guys feel like saying anything, given how we ended tonight, but let me know if you do.
Really bad. I have the song Bang by AJR now running on loop in my head. I'm trying very hard. I'm trying very hard not to cry.
I mean, that's a pretty beastly song to go out to with this particular event, you know?
So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this. Yeah. Good session. Horrible ending, but good session.
Well, look, it's never the end, right? Oh, I'm getting music in my background.
I came back.
Yeah,
and I got pancaked last time.
Yes, but you're Lozaria's sugar baby.
Yeah.
We will see what happens. I'm checking chat right now. All right. Well, on that note, I don't think we have any raids or anything like that tonight. So everybody, thank you for spending time with us. Really appreciate it. I hope you come back next week to see what happens here. Deal with, whatever the future holds. Because we're still on Themis, and there's still a very important job to do, and Lady of Coins is missing. So We'll hop over to the stream ending soon screen. We love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Tuesday for Hearts of Shadow, or back here next Thursday. Have a great night, y'all. Bye.